Hello and welcome to practice. Today we're going to be focusing on the spine and releasing the muscles around the spine so you can get more movement, mobility, strength, and flexibility. Today's oil we will use Valor, which is known as chiropractor in a bottle. If you don't have Valor, grab any essential oil that really speaks to you or just do the practice without the oil. We'll start seated in Sukhasana, our easy seated pose, and we'll start with our oil. If you don't have the oil, just breathe and relax. So taking a few drops of your Valor and taking 5 deep inhales and exhales. Breathing in. After you've taken your 5 deep breaths, bring the oil to your spine. And as much shoulder flexibility as you have, trying to massage up and down the spine. If you don't have the oil, just massage your spine. Start to wake it up and work all the way up through the neck. And then just allow the hands to come down to the knees, and we'll start. Starting with the breath. Deep inhale, having the breath travel up the spine. And as you exhale, allowing the breath to travel down the spine. Inhale, envisioning the energy traveling up the spine, creating length in between the vertebrae. And exhale, traveling down the spine. Few more breaths here. Inhale, envisioning lifting the spine. Exhale, maintaining that lift, allowing the energy to lower. Inhaling up and exhaling down. Another breath here. Next, exhale, gently starting to fold forward over the legs, walking the hands out, meeting your body where it's at, breathing into your hips. As the body starts to release, maybe walking the hands out a little bit further. Few breaths here. We're just starting to move, releasing expectations of how deep you should be going. And just accepting and surrendering to where the body's at. On your next inhale, walking the hands over to the right, making your way into a side stretch, lifting left arm up and over, staying in stillness, starting to lift and expand through the side body, all the muscles. And we'll find a little dynamic movement. On your exhale, spiraling the heart down towards the ground, reaching away with the hand. Inhale, spiraling up towards the ceiling. Exhale, spiraling down. Inhale, spiraling up. Few more rounds. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Last one. Exhale down. Inhale, spiraling it up. Reach away. Stay here. Coming back to more center, neutral in your side stretch. And then inhaling up to the center. We'll take the other side. So recrossing the legs, balancing out the body. Inhale, draw length. And on your exhale, forward fold. Again, just meeting your body where it's at. If you're up on the hands, that's great. If you're able to walk the hands out, great. If you come down onto the forearms, great. Accepting and releasing. We all start somewhere. A few more breaths here. Feeling the length in the spine. On your next inhale, starting to walk the hands over to the left, taking your side stretch, lifting right arm up and over. Staying here for a few breaths, getting lots of length through the right side body. And then we'll start to come into our dynamic movement. On your next exhale, spiraling the heart down, really reaching right hand away. Inhale, spiraling up. Exhale, spiraling down. Inhale, spiraling heart up towards the ceiling. Couple more. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhale down. Inhale back to neutral in your side stretch. And then inhale, lifting it all the way up. We'll roll over the legs or swing them around, making your way into a table. Once you arrive in your table, finding a neutral spine, hugging in the low belly. Elongating the spine, neck is neutral. Staying here for a couple of breaths, just feeling the strength in the core, the elongation through the spine. And we'll start to flow. On your inhale, coming into your cow pose, dropping the heart, lifting the head and the tailbone. Exhale, rounding it out. Inhale, dropping heart, lifting head and tailbone. Exhale, rounding it out. Flowing at your own breath and pace. Inhaling into your cow, we drop heart, lift head and tailbone. Exhaling into your cat, rounding the back. A few more rounds. If there's any extra movements you want to invite in, feel free. This is your practice in your body. Really connecting with what your unique body needs. A few more breaths. On your next inhale, coming back to a neutral spine, we'll take Anahatasana, puppy pose. So walking the hands out in front of you and allowing the head to drop. If the head floats, that's okay. Keep the hips high. If you have the space, maybe the forehead comes down to the mat. If you have a little more space, maybe the chin, lift the head and the chin comes down. Maybe the heart. Again, meeting yourself where you're at. We're just taking gentle movements to open the spine. On your next inhale, engage the shoulders. Lift yourself up, back to a table. And we'll come into a tiger pose, extending left leg back. You can keep it down if you're still working on strength, or lift it in line with the hip. Staying here if this is enough. If you want a little more, extend right arm. Really use the core to stabilize the spine here. Staying here, or if you want a little more, engage the back. Try and lift the arm and the leg. Couple breaths. Staying here, or if you feel like you have a little more depth, you can reach back for that left foot and then kick in, lift the heart up. Couple more breaths. On your next inhale, extending the leg, extending the arm if you've come into tiger, and then exhale, release, take a cat. Inhale back to neutral. We'll take the other side. Extending right leg back, keeping it down, lifting it in line with the hip, staying here, or taking your progression, extending left arm. Staying here if this is enough, engage the back, or lift Couple breaths. Staying here, or if you'd like to take it deeper into your full tiger, clasping the foot, kicking into the foot, lifting everything up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, slowly release. Coming out of the pose, taking your cat stretch. Inhaling, neutral spine. We'll take our first down dog, curling the toes under, lifting the hips up and back. Just feeling into the body on this first one, maybe taking some gentle movements, bending into one foot and then the other. Maybe rocking the hips side to side. Couple breaths. After you feel satisfied with some movement, finding stillness in your down dog. Allowing the head and the neck to go. On your next inhale, we'll lift right leg high, 3-legged dog, up and back. You can stay here or bend the knee and stack the hip. On your next exhale, wherever you're at, use the core. Pull the right knee through. If you get stuck part way, you're gonna pull the foot all the way through and then lower down onto the left knee, coming up into Anjaneyasana, our low lunge. Staying here, if you need extra padding for the foot, get yourself some extra padding. Roll your mat over, use a blanket or a towel. Get long through the spine, allowing the hip to start to travel forward. We'll take a gentle twist. On your exhale, left hand comes down. Inhale, right arm high. Couple breaths here. On your next inhale, coming back up into your low lunge, Anjaneyasana. And we're gonna take a deeper twist. So allow the hips to come forward a little bit more if you have more space. On your exhale, left elbow is gonna hook on the outside of the right knee. So it's a spiral and fold. Bringing the hands into prayer and slowly opening up the back in your twist. A few more breaths. On your next inhale, slowly unwinding, lifting up. Exhale, plant the hands, curl the back toes under, step back, high plank. We'll flow through vinyasa. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhaling, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Left side, inhaling, left leg up and back. Keep it straight or bend the knee. Stack the hip, open up. Couple breaths. On your next exhale, we're gonna come forward and through into low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Release right knee down. And then when you're ready, rise it up. Staying here or start to travel the hips forward. Hands can stay down or inhale, lifting it up for a little more challenge. Few more breaths here. We'll take our gentle twist. On your exhale, right hand comes down. Left hand spirals up, coming into your first twist. Few breaths. On your next inhale, traveling back up, lifting it up. Exhale, we'll take a deeper twist, hooking right elbow on the outside of the left knee. Hands can come into prayer to help create a little bit of traction. Breathe in. Notice, where do you feel this in the spine the most? And allow your breath to travel to that space. Couple more breaths. On your next inhale, rising it back up, lifting up, maybe letting the hips sink a little more forward. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back, flow through your vinyasa. High plank, exhale, chaturanga. Inhaling up dog, exhale, down dog. Few breaths here. Breathing in. Long inhales and long exhales. On your next inhale, we're going to come forward into a high plank. Hold your plank. Engage the core. Hips are in line alongside the shoulders. On your next inhale, rock forward. Exhale, slowly lower down. Elbows stay in. We're going to make our way into Sphinx pose. Uncurl the toes. Elbows are going to come right underneath the shoulders. Hands are flat. See if you can lift up, shoulders come down. 5 breaths, just breathing in. Legs can be relaxed or maybe about 25% engaged. A few more breaths here. Just waking up the extension in the spine. On your next exhale, slowly lowering down, bringing hands alongside the chest. We'll take 3 cobras, really using the upper back. We're starting to engage some upper back muscles here. On your inhale, lengthen out through the head and then lift up as high as you can. See if you can lift your hands, use all back muscle. Exhale and release. Again, engage the quads, engage the glutes a little bit. Inhale, lift up, use those upper back muscles. Exhale and lower. We'll do one more. Inhale, lifting it up. Exhale and lower. On your next inhale, now use the hands. Lift up as high as the body will allow with keeping your shoulders down. And then exhale, curl the toes under. Lift up and back, down dog. Few breaths in your down dog. On your next inhale, coming forward into your high plank again. Engage the core, lift up, protract the shoulders, push away. Inhale, little rock forward. Exhale, slowly lower down, chaturanga. We're gonna take some chest stretches. So bringing your left elbow out to about a goal post. So my elbow's at a 90-degree angle, straight out from my shoulders. I'm gonna ground through my right hand and start to roll over onto the left side of the body. You can let the head relax down. Just breathing here. If you have a little more space, maybe that right leg comes back behind you. On your next inhale, coming back onto the belly, we'll take the other side, extending right arm out and then rolling over onto the right side. Legs can stay stacked, or if you have a little more length, left leg can come behind you. Just breathing here, using the breath to help open and relax the muscles. On your next exhale, slowly coming back down to center. We're gonna take a locust pose. So bringing the legs together, a little more back activation now that we've opened up the front. Palms are gonna be face up, arms down beside you. We're gonna do 3 of these again. So this time we lift everything up, not just the upper back. On your next inhale, draw length. Lift up. Stay for 5. Hug those legs together. 4, 3. Hug shoulder blades together. 2, 1. Exhale down. Let's do it again. Inhale, lift up. 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, lower down. One more. Inhale, lengthen through the back, lift up, hug legs together, hug shoulder blades together for 3, 2, 1. Exhale down, plant the hands besides the chest. Now we're gonna lift up and back, child's pose. Keeping the knees together to help elongate the back. 5 breaths here. Hands can be out, or you can bring them by the sides. On your next inhale, starting to walk yourself back onto the heels. You can stay on the heels right here. I'm going to scooch forward. If you want to work the bottoms of the feet, curl the toes under and sit on the heels. Great stretch for the bottoms of the feet. If this is not accessible for your body, please take just an easy seating pose like we started with. So wherever you're at, we're going to start to work into the hips. We're working our way up the spine. So now we're going to work into the neck. So just starting to create movement in the neck. Feeling it. We're going to be here about 20 breaths. Just exploring the neck. Maybe you want to extend the arms out one side and then the other. Maybe you find a sticky spot that you want to hang out at for a breath or 2 or 5. Been traveling in one direction, starting to make your way in the opposite direction. Then on your next inhale, bringing the head back to neutral. We'll make our way into down dog. So planting through the hands, lifting the hips up and back, down dog. Noticing how this down dog may feel. On your next inhale, looking forward, bringing the feet forward into Uttanasana, forward fold. Allowing the torso and the back to drape over the legs. Then on your next inhale, bending into the knees and slowly rolling up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Making your way into Tadasana, mountain pose, coming to your standing. We're gonna take 3 Surya Namaskara A's, sun salutation A's. Feel free to invite in some extra back bends if your back feels ready. Inhale, lifting the arms high, maybe taking a little back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step the feet back. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhaling up dog. Exhale, down dog. 5 breaths in your down dog. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. On your next inhale, looking forward and bringing the feet forward. Coming into your halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rising it all the way up. Arms up overhead. And exhale, release hands by the sides. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, rising it up. Exhale and fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhaling up. Exhaling back. 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, looking forward, bringing the feet forward, coming into your halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise it all the way up, arms up overhead. And exhale, release, hands down. Last one. Inhale, rising it up. Exhale and fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhaling up, dog. Exhale, down dog. 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, looking forward, bringing the feet to the hands, coming into your halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise it all the way up, arms up overhead. And exhale, release, hands by the sides. Inhale, lifting up, take a little back bend here. Hold 5 breaths, even if it's just lifting straight up and releasing the head back. Over time, lifting up, seeing if you can get a little arc in the upper back. On your next exhale, forward fold. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhaling up. Exhaling back. Cycle of breath here. Inhale. Looking forward, bringing the feet forward and through, coming onto your seat. We're gonna release down onto the back. So when you're ready, slowly lowering all the way down onto the back. We're gonna take 3 bridge poses, releasing the hands down. Grounding down through the feet, maybe hugging the shoulder blades together a little bit. When you're ready, grounding into the feet, lifting the hips up. Hands can stay by the sides, or you can interlace the fingers underneath you. For 3, 2, 1. And if your hands are interlaced, gently release them and slowly lower all the way down. You can hug the knees into the chest if you like. Give yourself a little rock side to side. We'll take our next bridge, releasing feet down. When you're ready, inhale, lifting the hips up, maybe interlacing the fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, slowly lower the hips all the way down. You can hug the knees into the chest. Give yourself a little rock side to side. All right, last one. Releasing feet down. When you're ready, inhale, lifting the hips up. 5 breaths. Really using the glutes about 25%, the quads. For 3, 2, 1. Exhale, slowly lower all hug the knees into the chest. Give yourself a rock side to side. On your next inhale, we're gonna come up into shoulder stand. Sarvangasana, if shoulder stand is not available for your neck or in your practice, you can just take waterfall, staying on the back, lifting the legs up. If you wanna take it a step further, being mindful of the neck, you can use a little momentum if you need. Lift the hips up, catch the low back, engage the glutes, engage the legs to lift up. Most of my weight is in my shoulders and my upper arms, not very much on my neck. 8 breaths here. Long inhales and long exhales. Inversions are so beneficial for the body, giving you a change of perspective, flooding the thyroid. A few more breaths. If you're in your shoulder stand, coming into Halasana, plow pose, releasing the legs up overhead. Maybe the feet make contact with the floor. Maybe they just float. You stay there if you're in Halasana. If you're in waterfall, you can take happy baby, bending into the knees and clasping onto the outsides of the feet. So taking whichever variation is appropriate for your body today. Few more breaths. On your next exhale, slowly rolling all the way down, hugging the knees back into the chest. Use your core. You can give yourself a little rock side to side. We'll close practice with a spinal twist before coming into Shavasana. So you can release the feet down, maybe shift the hips over to the right so the knees can stack coming over to the left. Right arm can reach up and then open out to the right. Maybe gaze comes to the right. Maybe it stays neutral. Maybe you want to look over to the left. Playing around with what feels most beneficial for your body. Few more breaths here, allowing the spine to release and unwind. On your next inhale, slowly bringing the legs back up to center. You can shift your hips over to the left and release the knees over to the right. 5 breaths. Long inhales and long exhales. On your next inhale, slowly coming back to center one last time, hugging the knees into the chest again. And then on your next exhale, slowly releasing down into Shavasana, bringing the legs long, bringing the arms long. Letting the palms face up to help the opening of the chest and the heart. We'll be here for a minute or so. I'll cue you when it's time to come out. For now, just allow the spine to rest and relax. traveling it all the way down the spine, bringing your awareness with it. Letting it go on the exhale. Another deep breath, allowing it to travel all the way down the spine. Open mouth, exhale. Last one. Deep inhale, allowing it to travel all the way down the spine. Then open mouth, exhale. Starting to bring some gentle movements back in, wiggling the fingers and the toes. Maybe rocking the head side to side. And when you're ready, bending into the knees, planting the feet, and rolling off onto one side. Taking a moment here, offering gratitude to the spine and all the movements it allows you to make. And when you're ready, grounding into your top hand and using that to help lift you back up to a seat. Bringing the hands into heart center once you arrive. Reminding yourself to be courageous. The Valor Essential Oil not only helps to heal and support the physical spine, but it allows us to stand taller in courage, to elongate the spine, standing in strength. Reminding yourself how strong you truly are. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.